Great afternoon, traders. This is Austin. It is Tuesday, March 29th. 28th? I can't read the date on the computer clock. It's so small. It's March 28th. That's what it is. 1:27 Eastern or thereabouts. This is day 2 of 5. I'm going to just chronicle the 5 days this week. Good, bad, or ugly. Go from there. And then that's about it for quite a while with YouTube videos or any of them, because why not? It's the same thing day after day, and that's what trading should be, the same thing day after day. In today's case, well, yesterday there was the big gap down. We discussed that. We pulled a couple points off, in the early move, and then they did what we said they might. Before we get to today, today's successful. Let me see here. Open range from yesterday to recap. Just ignore today. We'll get to that. Yesterday I said anything is possible. After I pulled whatever we did from here early on, I said there's a 90+% probability they're going to go to the coil markets roadmap 233%. This is the intraday profile of the markets. It trumps all other studies, volume or otherwise. I said they could go fill this gap. They could come up here. They might not. Okay, we don't know. And today they opened up. Here's the open range. They opened where they did. They ended up filling the gap, which was not only yesterday's, but it was today's magnet, which of course made it highly, highly probable. And because of that, as I waited for the first signal of the day, there were no signals in this mess here. First they opened, then they jammed it down. You can see where they held the pullback inside the open range, and then they fired up through, no signal still. And then they pulled back and retested prior resistance, now support. Then they gave buy signals from the 23.39 area, whether that's 38.75, 39 quarter, half, 39.75, 23.40, doesn't really matter. In the zone, give or take several ticks, is the long. And then this was highly probable to be hit. It was a gap fill. It was a magnet from the prior day unfulfilled, and it was today's 233, which is 90+% probable to be hit. And so I held for that. So I happen to be from the 23.39 zone to the 44 zone, from 39.50 to 44.75. So I was good for 5 points and a tick. I don't have it listed here because I was on a different computer. The other thing I had were some technology issues here at home and other things. I actually was working remote on another computer in another account, if you will. So that's what we had. That's what I dealt with. I dealt with having to get up, scramble, rush 20 minutes away to an alternative location, operate, shut it down, return. That's life. Life. There's going to be days here this year, I know for a fact I'm going to be without electrical power. I'm going to be without internet. I'm going to have computer worms or viruses. I'm going to be sick. I'm going to have other personal things going on, probably dog emergencies, God forbid, or family emergencies or whatever. It's all part of trading. Had I missed today, what of it? The second signal that came along that I didn't even attempt, I watched it, I looked at it, I saw it unfold, and away it went, was from the 46 to 47 zone, like 46 half to 47, and that worked its way far enough. It worked its way, 2, 3, 4 points, depending on where you held, and there you go. So that's all that happened today. 2 signals. It took one. It was a very, very high odds probability that it was going to meet these dual magnets, tri-magnets actually. It was yesterday's roadmap, which is still valid the next day. It was a gap fill area, and it was a 233 of today. So this was a triple target right here. As soon as it paints in, triple target. These are the things and more that we teach in our program, which is all price action based, statistical based, mathematical based, science based. If I had to do my career over again in trading, if somebody asked me, Austin, what would you do over again if you knew now what you did then? The very first thing I would do is find somebody who had a method that was based on statistical odds of probability, that had a method based on price action and support and resistance. I wasted many years in my career, many years and many dollars wasted trying to figure out if there was value in oscillators like MACD and stochastics and or moving averages and all the other CCI and all the other crap that is curve fitted, that works until it doesn't, especially in evolving markets. And then the other thing is, I wish that I had known that markets are a constant state of evolution. I was told that, but I didn't believe it. I was told that there would be periods of extreme volatility, high and low, and everything in between. There would be extreme periods of sideways markets, extreme periods of trending and directional, and everything in between, but the markets would never be the same thing twice. So get very good at picking off something statistical and predictable and so on. Be happy and content with very modest gains. Pigs get slaughtered. Bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. That's an axiom way older than any of us. It's way hundreds of years old in the markets, or some version of that, for a reason. Well, all these years later, I finally have that. Mathematical based, statistical odds of probability, price action based, predictable over long periods of time what the market's going to do. It does what it does. How many years have we profiled the CM roadmap here? How many years have we profiled the 90% probability of the 233%? How many years have we put the same open range on that every single person with zero exceptions sees? Identical math and identical levels ahead of time. At 9:35 a.m. Eastern, we all see the same thing. And then at 11:30 or noon Eastern, it unfolds and it fulfills in front of all of us the same way. This is the market profile. Intraday. This is the roadmap of what price does. It's just a simple matter of following that bias, taking the signals from our CM patterns and our CM pullbacks approach, and letting statistical odds play out in our favor, in your favor too. Hope this helps. I'll visit with you tomorrow, and as always, best trading wishes.